Hello everyone, and now welcome to a random versus random matchup between Tho and JohnnyCage. Tho has spawned as the red orc on the top right hand side of the map. Meanwhile, over here on the bottom left, we have JohnnyCage spawning as the yellow undead. Undead versus human in a 1v1 matchup where, well, no, sorry, undead versus orc in a 1v1 matchup where all things are on the table. We'll see what the strategies will be and how this game will be playing out as we are opening things up as a Lich first coming in from JohnnyCage. All right, coming back around off to the north here, we are looking at Tho opening up with a Farseer. So Tho opening up with a Farseer, and it looks as though it will be Farseer Headhunters, interestingly enough, with a delayed tech to tier 2. That second Orc Burrow, that War Mill, maybe even a Voodoo Lounge could be placed down, and that will give him a little bit more strength early on to do creeping and pressuring, but it will severely delay his tech to tier 2. Coming back across on the other side of the map, Lich is opening up alongside ghouls, and well, Lich first has become more and more popular as of late, but don't judge the meta by me, as well, my sample size is very, very small and pre-selected to be interesting. So if you feel like, wow, it is just happening more and more often, it could just be the fact that, well, that's just the way it is because of how things are. Lich coming in with the lightning shield, able to deal large amounts of damage, but the Farseer is already right there. Who's going to get the final shot off? Lich gets the experience and picks up the Ring of Protection +2. Lightning shield trying to finish off more and more of those units as the damage is now adding up onto the Farseer. Spirit Wolves now going after the ghouls as the ghouls are able to back away, and new ghouls causing a little bit of traffic for the Spirit Wolves to get inside the base here. Lich now coming back through, trying to protect those low hit point, or the low hit point ghoul, as the ghoul is now down to 46 hit points, but it looks as though the time life of the Spirit Wolves will be bringing this harassment to an end. Lich, however, still right across over here, causing problems. New round of Spirit Wolves in play, as JohnnyCage could be in trouble, though putting in quite a bit of pressure, as the Lich is now down to 101 hit points. Faster healing while on Blight gonna make a big difference there, as the Farseer comes back around. Big Frost Nova onto a Spirit Wolf, as the Spirit Wolf does get denied. Ghoul still being trained up. Tech to tier 2 has not been started. Meanwhile, the tech to tier 2 has been started for Tho. Even though he opened up with Farseer Headhunters, he did not wait for there to be a decent number of Headhunters out on the field before moving out across the field and putting in pressure. Skeletal minions chasing after these Headhunters, and that is just going to continue to feed experience, as Tho is going to be able to reach perhaps some critical mass onto those Headhunters momentarily. It does look like a Voodoo Lounge is being placed down alongside an Orc Burrow, trying to make sure that he does not fall behind in the supply count. Farseer moving off to the north here. Ritualistic Dagger, a lot of healing coming across, and well, the ritual dagger, ritual dagger, very important in allowing this Lich first style of play. The Death Knight has been the cornerstone of the undead army for so long that just because of the access to early heals. Now that the Ritual Dagger is an item from the shop, it actually is finding a bit of use when you are not going for that Death Knight first. And opening up additional lines and additional strategies is always very important, as we're going to see a bit of deny right there as Tho takes down one of those Headhunters once more. More damage still being racked up as the units are trying to retreat back. Lich does have a little bit of mana. Is he going to be able to get off a big Frost Nova? No, he is not. Actually getting pelted down quite a bit of damage. There's a Frost Nova onto that unit right there, but it's not going to really amount to very much. At the most, a denial, as the Farseer, doesn't even need to deny it, as the Lich is unable to finish off that unit down to 15 hit points. JohnnyCage has done a lot of damage, but hasn't really damaged Tho at all, as those units are simply just going to retreat all the way back home, and those skeletal minions may not, well, nope, they could have enough timed life in them to make a bit of a play. All right, run around the stronghold seems to be the strategy there, as another Headhunter kill finishes things off, giving the Farseer a little bit more experience, as he now does a bit of creeping. Level 3 on the Lich going up against a level 2.9 on the Farseer. the Lich could really hope to rack up quite a bit of damage if he finds these headhunters off altogether. All right, Lich coming around. A big Frost Nova could be coming down onto those two headhunters. No, just a difference between how far you can see during daybreak and nightfall. The difference right there, as the Lich now makes his way off to the north and perhaps going to try and put in pressure. But, well, JohnnyCage could have lucked out, finished off two headhunters with one Frost Nova, and been well on his way to level 4. Instead, Tho still has a 4 supply out here on the battlefield, and it currently has the supply lead. All right, delaying of tech is all that really can be done here. Tauren Chieftain with Endurance Aura, a little bit of damage. There goes a little bit of damage again. A Headhunter could get taken down. One final shot by Tho for the deny once again. Meanwhile, some low hit point Headhunters purposely keeping their distance away as JohnnyCage's Lich is out of mana. All right, Lich now trying to retreat all the way back. Should have no problems retreating. We are not yet at, no, we are at tier 2, not yet at tier 3. And what's interestingly enough is we are going for Slaughterhouse, the Temple of the Damned, and we may be going for, are we actually going for Necromancers? That is the big call right there. Obsidian statues to try and, well, boost the Necromancers, as the dual Temple of the Damned only makes sense as Necromancers since you're trying to be aggressive. If it was one Temple of the Damned, it could be Banshees or Necromancers. Or Necromancers, as he doesn't really want to overcommit into any real way of fighting. All right, coming back around, still no Death Knight getting trained up here as the Rock Golem racks up damage against all of these, well, low hit point units. Ghouls, remember, only having 340 maximum hit points, could get taken down very, very quickly as the Lich picks up a Tome of Agility and a Potion of Greater Healing. Tauren Chieftain looking to get to level 2 will get there off of the remainders of this creep camp, and now having access to Stomp should be able to open this game up completely wide open by throwing down a well-timed Stomp against those ghouls. Still waiting for a third hero or second hero to be trained by JohnnyCage, but it looks like it is only a solo Lich at this point and stage. And if it's a solo Lich, the Lich does gain experience a little bit faster because there is only one hero out here onto the battlefield, as the Ghoul gets taken down at the hands of some creeps. Robe of Magi right there, trying to, well, transfer things around how much damage can be had. Lich is right there getting in some auto attacks onto that Farseer. Farseer trying to fight back with the help of some Spirit Wolves, as the Lich could be in some serious trouble. Lich down to 287 hit points, trying to run away now. Tauren Chieftain gonna perhaps try and catch in a little bit of damage as we see a Frost Nova go down onto the Tauren Chieftain, able to create a little bit of separation with that slowed movement speed. Death Knight still not being trained and no additional heroes being trained. We are looking at dual Temple of the Damned, but with 2 Temple of the Damned and nothing even being trained from there. Oh, it's actually no, 4 Necromancers being trained. Is that gonna be enough? Obsidian statues now being added up there. We're looking at the Lich still gaining a bit of experience. Level 2 on the Tauren Chieftain, getting very close to level 3. Shadow Hunter out here onto the battlefield. Tome of Knowledge being left behind as the 3-2-1. Well, Farseer, Tauren Chieftain, Shadow Hunter prepare to put pressure onto the undead main base. An expansion has been set up by Tho at the, well, 11 or 12 o'clock location as well here on Amazonia, and things are just going to continue to look good for Tho if JohnnyCage doesn't put in a strong, timely attack. JohnnyCage, if he knew about the expansion, must know that he needs to put pressure on it and make sure to take it down before his opponent is able to reach critical mass and get a large amount of experience and, or excuse me, a large amount of gold, and then boost and, well, strengthen the overall army. So far, though, I don't believe the expansion has really paid for itself. No, not as of yet. And it is just more places to try and hold on to and defend, further thinning out your army. Lich sitting at 370 hit points and climbing. Orb of Corruption plus 13 damage between that Robe of Magi and Orb of Corruption and Circlet of Nobility as the units make their way off to the north. one thing to mention. There is only one hero by JohnnyCage, and one important factor is that means you only can have 6 items. That one consumable item on the Lich isn't really altogether that strong. That Scroll of Town Portal, however, is necessary as we see a Shockwave rip through that entire front line there. Tauren Chieftain opts to go Shockwave first, maybe able to get another Shockwave off. There is Chain Wave right there. Chain Lightning and Shockwave working together to really put in a lot of pressure and damage. So, coming back across, may try to get in another Chain Lightning to try and finish off more units. There's some Chain Lightning taking down many of those skeletal minions and mages. As we're looking at 50 supply compared to 42, JohnnyCage is pushing with a rather larger army of skeletal minions and mages, but the Farseer needs to find a way to continue to land these Chain Lightnings, and the Tauren Chieftain needs to find ways to continue to land all of these Shockwaves, as there are no Spirit Walkers for Disenchant. Unit's going to go ahead and retreat back off to the north here. Tauren Chieftain has plenty of mana, especially with that Potion of Mana and Wand of Mana Stealing. Could be able to get very far as we're looking at JohnnyCage pushing forward, nearing level 5. And once level 5 is on the table, well, all bets are off. Tauren Chieftain sitting at level 3, Healing Wave sitting at level 1 variety still. After all this time, Shockwave taking down one of those units as we see a big Frost Nova take down some more units as well. Lich is sitting at level 5, really racking up that damage. Gonna perhaps take down that unit there as the Tauren Chieftain is able to survive at 54 hit points and able to back away. He needs some major heals. No healing salve, however, on either of the two heroes, and that's gonna take this Tauren Chieftain out of commission. Without the Tauren Chieftain there, no endurance or no Shockwave, and these skeletal mages and minions need to be reckoned with. This is perhaps a very dangerous spot for Tho to try and engage here, as more and more Berserkers are taken down. JohnnyCage looking to do a great job here, perhaps trying to finish off another Troll Berserker, and finishes the job before it is able to escape away. Lich, well, more than 2/3 of the way towards level 6, and once it is at level 6, you better believe Death and Decay could be on the table for faster destruction of buildings. Alright, more Necromancers trying to summon out some more units. Kodo Beast representing in some big damage, and now level 6 on the Lich. Level 6 on the Lich, and now more and more units being popped out of the ground here, finishing off a Kodo Beast as the Lich is up down to 215 mana. Obsidian Statue is trying to provide a bit of mana. We're going to see a little bit more damage rip on through as another Necromancer gets taken down. Lich, however, trying to finish off the Tauren Chieftain. Tauren Chieftain does finally get taken down as that, well, Unholy Frenzy able to rack up so much damage again and again. Alright, Lich with that very fast that fast auto attack speed, very fast when you have Unholy Frenzy. Both sides still fighting their way through. 39 supply compared to 39. Tho, however, does not have any, well, prop-up army from these skeletal mages and skeletal minions. Lich making its way back down, perhaps trying to finish off some more of those targets. Could try and take down some of these units. Scroll of Town Portal in a tactical retreat as the units now retreating back off to the north. Scroll of Town Portal gonna land right there. A little bit of damage getting added in as the units are trying to retreat back. Farseer and Berserker could be in a lot of trouble as we see level 7 now on the Lich, finishing off that Farseer, and that's gotta be the game. JohnnyCage with the lower score on a solo Lich, able to get the victory by taking down enemy heroes and eventually just winning with level 3 Frost Nova and level 2 Dark Ritual. It could be added that level 3 Dark Ritual would have been the better ability, but at the time, JohnnyCage thought that having the near threat of Death and Decay to take down buildings was the better call. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. Hope you guys enjoyed it.